remote.
Okay, it's recording.
The recording? Okay, so should I repeat that?
No, if you
Okay, so for everybody, I'm Tanya Kinnanen. I'm with my team is called Team One Body, but I'm also with Crazy Girl Fitness and Team Bella Vita. I've been a coach for 7 months since May. I'm a new diamond coach now, which I'm super excited about. Thanks to Monica. And yeah, I'm excited to be on the call tonight. So I'm going to start into it because I've been here for a little bit. My dog is barking hysterically at my door because he can't go up and down the stairs anymore. We have to carry him up and down. Yeah, that's my baby dog who's 15 years old because he fell down the stairs. Do you want in now? Yeah. Okay, come on in, Jazzy. Come on. Okay, anyway, here's my dog. We can't take him up and down the stairs anymore because he fell a few times, so we have to carry him now. Anyway, so we have a gate. I'm looking for a baby gate on like Craigslist right now. That's $5 because I don't want to pay for a new baby gate to stop my dog from going up and down the stairs. All right, anyway, so I am excited to be on the call tonight to tell you about, I'm just telling you a little bit of my personal journey. I lost about 125 pounds about 8 years ago. Those of you who don't know me, that's my story. I didn't do it with Beachbody, but I did it in a similar way. Now, I'm helping others do it. And my business approach is a little bit different than some other people's. I know, I do challenge groups. I have one on my tracker app every month. I kind of keep it open all the time, but maybe I don't tell all my new customers that. I obviously have dates on it. I promote it as a monthly challenge group, but I have my coaches in it that kind of are in it all the time. Tiana's been in one of my challenge. We ran a group together. She's been in one of my groups before. I have one open right now called Handle the Holidays. I'm running it for 2 months. It's been super successful. Promoting my health bet right now. My approach in my business has been attraction marketing. And I know that's kind of a buzzword. I do a lot of live video. I know I haven't in the last month, but I've been on vacation. But I used my vacation as my attraction marketing. I did a lot of live video, and it wasn't even necessarily about my business. That's my approach. That's my thing. And how I train with my coaches, and I'll use Tanyas as an example because she's here. What we've done a lot of together, shutting off my phone's ringer, is talk about every coach has to find their strength. We all are in the same business. We all have the same awesome products. We all have access to the same awesome training. We all have access to each other. We all have access to everything. We all can promote the same workouts, the same Shakeology, the same awesome performance packs. What is different about every one of us that makes everybody want to sign up with Beachbody? Because they can sign up with anybody. There's a lot of Beachbody coaches out there. It's you. You're the secret sauce in your business. That's just it. You have your story. You own it. Nobody else can own your story. You are going to make the difference in your business, whether people sign up with you or not. It's not whether or not you tell people all the ingredients in Shakeology. It's not whether or not you make sure you tell everybody that you have 80 different programs. I think it's important to tell everybody when you have a new program coming out. It made the difference in Tamil signing up with me that I made sure that I promoted Core de Force. I've been talking to Tamil for a few months. That's another thing I always tell people is you never forget about people. Tamil has been watching me for a few months. Tamil, you can attest to this. She's been interested, and now she kicks herself that she didn't start sooner, right, Tamil? But it was Core de Force that got her interested because she's a body combat person that we all know that is it's in Beachbody. It's a program she loved. And as soon as Core de Force came, I said, Tamil, I know you love body combat. You're going to love Core de Force. You have to join me now. And she did. But as I always say, you own your story. Nobody else can take that away from you. And you have no idea who out there will connect with your story, who will connect with you, who will want to be with you. And your story and how you keep up with your story is going to make people stay with you. It's going to make people want to try new products, try new workouts, try tons of new stuff with you that, I don't know, they're not going to go try with some other Beachbody coach even though they can sell that. They're going to want to stay with you, and they're going to want to maybe even come into the company with you. And you don't even have to lead in with telling them about, you can do hammer and chisel, you can do body beast, you can do 21 day fix. They're not even going to know what all that stuff is. You just have to show up in your business every single solitary day, whether that's you post a picture of you and your new hot boyfriend, you and your son who's doing awesome at his new homeschool, Tiana, because my daughter does cyber school as well. You and your cute daughter who's amusing me in the background right now, Monica. You and your new dog's haircut, which reminds me I have to get my dog's haircut too. Or whether you're moving across country, Alex, and you're amusing us with your cross-country adventures. That is what engages your customer. That is what's going to make them stop scrolling on their Facebook and go, what the heck? Oh my gosh, okay. We're following Kelly's love story right now. And that's amazing, Kelly. No, I'm serious. But you're not, and the amazing thing is that a story like that, when you're authentic about it, and when you're just being authentic and being you're not using it for your business and you don't even realize you are. There's the hot boyfriend. You know what I mean? Like, I talk about my mom's death a lot because it's been a huge thing for me this year. And it was a huge reason why I even joined Beachbody, why I promote health and wellness, why I don't want anybody else to die of another disease that they could prevent, why I try to keep my dad, who is, in closing in on his 80s, who's diabetic, why I make him a shake every single solitary day, even though he goes, I want to drink this other shake. But I make him drink it because I don't want him to, and his health has gotten better. He just went for another, his blood pressure again this week, and his doctor was like, your blood pressure's getting better. And he's like, yeah, my daughter makes me drink these shakes every day. And again, you can't, I'm not using that as my business. But again, when I talk about using your story as your business, you're not using it. I don't want to make that sound like a dirty word when I say use your story, but it's yours. It's your personal experience because you're being authentic. When you use your personal life and you post about your kids and your life and your just everything that's going on with you and what you're doing with your health, and you're not trying to sell it. Does that make sense? You're not saying okay, here's my shake and it's $50, drink it. Well, why? Why would I drink that? What's going on with you that you're drinking it? And why do you look so good? Why do I look so good? Okay, well, every once in a while you can slide it in there. I told Tamil right off the bat, announce that you're a Beachbody coach. Absolutely. Announce to the world what you're doing with this new business you're doing. But then just post about you and what you're doing. Talk about this new on-demand service you're doing. You don't have to say what it is. If people want to know, they'll ask you, well, what's this new on-demand service you're doing? Then you can message them and tell them about it. Let them come to you. But ask them what do they want out of it? Why do they want an on-demand service? People at the very heart of it are, number one, voyeurs. That's why they want to watch your story. And it's not a bad thing. It's why all of us are on social media. That's why all of us, I don't say voyeur in a dirty term, right? I mean it in a good term. We all want to see what's going on with our friends and family because the World Wide Web has given us access to the people we like and want to see and our friends from elementary school that we would have never had before. And there's Snapchat and there's Periscope, and Facebook is not the only avenue. Allie is a really good example of someone who's taken control of another, other social avenues. And Kelly, I know you're on Snapchat and Periscope and stuff like that too. And I encourage coaches, if they want to take another avenue, I do live Facebook a lot. It's my thing. I think in 2017, I want to learn to do another social media really, really well. Oh, hi, Esther. Esther, mute your computer. Esther is one of my new coaches too. Oh, I'm so excited she's on. Hi, Esther. Esther was one of my kids' teachers way back. in the early days. I actually hired Esther on her first job when she moved to Saskatoon, in one of my cities. I can remember her first job interview. She's a teacher and she's amazing. Okay, I'm excited. This is getting me fired up now. This is what I'm talking about. Esther is an example of someone who just watched me probably on my journey for a while, and then she wanted to just decided when it was time for her. Sorry, Esther, I'm putting you on the spot. And she's just an amazing woman who is going to school and working and raising her son and working out and drinking Shakeology and doing all of that. Yep. And she's decided to coach, and I don't know if Esther's going to do the business or not, but she's here. So that's an exciting point, right? Yes. And that's the other thing too, is that I've told people, you don't have to like do the business. Don't think of it sometimes as that. Share your story. Just tell people what you're doing. Tell people why you look so good. Tell people why you've lost 20 pounds, right? Yeah. Tell people why you're looking energetic and why you look good now and why other people are dragging right now at this time of year, but you're not. Because you're working out and you're healthy and you're not waiting until January. That's what I'm telling the people that sign up with me now, and the people that are in my groups, and the people that are posting every day in my challenge groups when I'm not, because I've had surgery on my foot. People, I became a diamond director probably at the time I was posting the least, and when I was on vacation. But why? Because in every other month before I made that rank, I had been posting, and I'd been posting videos, and I've been keeping up with my relationships. And I guess what people didn't see maybe when I had reached Diamond Director is I was still posting, and I was still making private messages, and I was still texting with all my people. I was still talking to people like Esther while I was in Disney World. And I was still calling customer service at or making live chats with customer service at 1 a.m. while I was in my hotel bed in Walt Disney World for my coaches. And sometimes that's what we have to do, but it's that personal touch, and that's why your people are with you, right? Because you are you. And again, I can't stress that enough. Nobody can take that away from you. That is what makes your business successful. That is what's going to make your business successful. And that's why you have to own you. I tell people sometimes you can look at what other coaches do for ideas and absolutely take training from other coaches if they can give you good ideas. But at the end of the day, look at what you've posted on Facebook or Instagram or whatever platform you've done. And if you're happy with it, and if you can sit back and say, I think I've done all that I can do, and I don't feel icky about what I've posted, and I feel like it's truly representing me, absolutely representing what I do as a person, how I feel about this business, and that I'm truly helping people. Monica did an absolutely fantastic video once that fueled me up. And I don't know if you remember this, but she said the minute you stop helping people and wanting to help people is the minute your business dies. And it's absolutely 100% true. The minute you start making this absolutely about making money is the minute this isn't about making money anymore. There's nothing wrong with wanting to make money. We all want to do it. That's why we go to work every day. That's why Esther's going to school right now to become, get her actual bachelor's of education for teaching, so she can get a better teaching job to make better money. There's nothing wrong with making money. That's how we pay our rent. That's how we pay our mortgages on our house. We have to make money in life. I mean, there's nothing, you have to do that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing icky about that. And I think that sometimes even as women, we feel like we don't deserve it, or we don't deserve to be happy, or that, I don't know, like sometimes we just have to give it up to God and put it in the hands of everybody else and say, we deserve it. We deserve happiness. We deserve to have everything we want, but we can do it in a way that doesn't compromise our values, doesn't compromise what we believe in, and does it in a way that we can still help other people, and we can still do it by bringing everybody along with us, and do it by talking to people like I'm doing tonight. I'm sharing. I'm not trying to hide anything that I do. I'm trying to bring everybody along with me. And again, if you just, Allie, I love you too. If you just be yourself, don't try to be another coach. Don't try to be anybody else. And you can you can network with other people. I get tried. I don't know if other people have done this before, but or other coaches. Do you guys get? Other people from other companies try to poach you? I don't know. Hands up. Do people try to poach you all the time? Yeah. I get added to groups about 50 bazillion times a day. I'm going to tell you now, don't do that. Don't ever do that. Don't add anybody to your groups that doesn't want to be added. You can invite people to like an event or something like that where they have a choice to say, I want to come or I don't want to come. Gives them a choice. I hate being added to groups that I don't want to be in. Like unless it's someone I super, super know well and I'm like, okay, that's fine. They're just trying to be in their business and try to do well. But I try to get poached all the time. And I'm like, I get it. I understand that they think their company is the best. They think their company is the best and they think their company is going to change the world. And I get it. We think that too, right? But I always say to people like, I always support my friends and I buy their stuff. I like supporting my friends as distributors. Like I'll buy Unique makeup and all that kind of stuff. But I'm very clear that like I'm with Beachbody. That's my jam. That's who I am. And that's what I do, right? You have to own your business too and make that very clear to your friends. And but if they're poaching you, I actually think you guys be proud of that. That means they think you're awesome. So if they're trying to poach you, they think you're good. Don't take it as a bad thing. Be proud of it. But, you know, I always think it's funny. You ever been in those conversations where everybody thinks they're the only smart one in the conversation where they're like, but I'm better, right? I'm better. Just own yourself. Don't try to compete. Don't try to be the person poaching. I try to tell my coaches that too. Just be yourself. And own your story. I'm trying to think of what else I can tell you guys about me. I offer people the discount a lot. I get asked that a lot. I don't know if other coaches do this or if they do that. That's okay too. I offered it to Esther. That's what made her sign up. I know Esther. I'm okay with doing that again, but it's whatever you feel comfortable doing in your business. It's how I made my business. And again, like what I talk about is I got to grab water really quick. Own your story. Tamil. Okay. It was always my integrity and honesty that caught me and held my attention. Thank you, Tamil. Adding to my market. Okay, Monica. Yes. So my market, I started out with, when I became a coach in May. Yes. This is part of my, sorry, Monica, thank you for reminding me. When I became a coach in May, I had about 250 friends on Facebook. If you go to my friends now, I have about 1,600 plus friends. As I mentioned in this call, people are voyeurs at nature. It's not a bad thing. How I did this is I added people. I know Alex always reminds people every day in her daily things really good, and Monica and Kelly and coaches like that to add 3 to 5 people a day. I went above and beyond that. I was adding like as much as Facebook would add you without putting you in Facebook jail. I would add maybe like 10 people at a time. And I wasn't even adding, I have people on my Facebook feed that I don't know. And that's not a bad, I think that's a great thing. People add me. You've been in jail. I've never been in Facebook jail yet, Monica. I've done what I've done and I haven't been, which I'm like, I totally don't know how I've gotten away with it. Somehow I have. But I will go to my friends and I'll go to their friends list. This is my trick. And maybe just do it with like 2 people at a time so you don't get yourself put in jail. But like go to your friends lists, go to their friends lists, see if you have friends in common with them. You're in Facebook jail the first few months. That's funny. Sorry. Go to your friends lists. See who you have Facebook friends in common with. But I don't mean like add anybody and their dog. Don't add like somebody's grandpa who you know is not going to join Beachbody, right? You have to like look at somebody's profile. See if they fit your market. And that's another thing. You have to know what your market is. I go into, and I analyze this. This is a process for me. I take about half an hour to 45 minutes and I do this. I go through people's friends lists and I go into like somebody who I know has a lot of moms from their moms groups list on their friends list. There was a busy mom and I look at their list and I analyze their profiles. I see if they're a mom, if they're busy, if they sort of fit my profile of who I think might, want to be interested in Beachbody. Although you never really assume, because I have people that have approached me that I wouldn't assume would. But you have a general idea. If you don't know who your market is, just go and look at who all the people who buy from you are. You'll get a pretty good idea about who your general market is. If you don't know, then you need to know. You need to go analyze who your market is, because you'll have a market. You'll have the odd few people who are kind of anomalies and who buy from you. But you should have a pretty good idea about who buys from you. If you don't, then you need to analyze that. Just go look at who buys from you and who is your coaches and who is your market. Then go into their friends list, analyze that, send them a friend invite. Take a risk. I do it all the time. I'm telling you, I'm not lying. I have had not one person turn me down. That's how I have over 1,600 friends. I have people that are still waiting to say yes. But how do I know? I have people message me and go, who are you? Who the hell are you? How do I answer them? I say, oh, hi. I noticed you were friends with so-and-so, because I always do it if I know the person, usually, or if they have a common friend. I say, I thought I knew you from such and such. And I'll mention sort of how they're connected to the person I know from their Facebook list. I'll say, oh, sorry, I thought I knew you from such and such. Maybe I don't. But you look cool. And you look like you have a lot in common with me. Is it okay for Facebook friends? I'm totally flat out honest. And I just say, is it okay for Facebook friends? That's all I say. It's nothing complicated. I'm not lying. I am just asking them if it's okay for Facebook friends. That's all I say. And then I don't message them the next day and say, do you want to join Beachbody? I leave it. I let it sit there. And I let them watch me on my journey. That's it. And sometimes sometimes those people, some of those people turn into my coaches. Some of those people bought from me. A lot of those people just like the heck out of my stuff, and I'm waiting for them. But it's given me the 1,600 people that I have a market from. If you only have the same 300 people on your social media, on Instagram, on Periscope, on Facebook that you've had for the last year, how are you going to convert anybody into customers and coaches? You're not. You have to expand your market. You have to expand your market when you become a coach, and rapidly. Whether that's in person, I know Megan has done a really good job of that in person. You have to do it some way. Tamil says, yes, Tanya didn't know me. Or Tamil didn't know me. She knew my husband. But I went into my husband's Facebook list and I added every single person that wasn't on my Facebook list. And I mean, obviously if they look, they're like, okay, well, he's friends with my wife, on my wife's Facebook friends list, I'll add him. He's friends with my wife, whatever. So they're not going to say, well, who the heck are you? Okay, well, I'm friends with, it's my wife's friend, whatever. Right. So, yeah, Tamil, that was funny. Yeah. She said, would you be okay if I was your friend? Again, just ask people, just be honest. And if they say no, they say no. Then they weren't going to be your friend to begin with. They weren't going to be your customer. They're a loss. But you might intrigue them while you're asking to be their friend. And if you're not trying to sell to them right away and you're not inboxing them a creepy, like, do you want to buy my shake message? Then they're not going to be offended. They're just going to watch your journey and watch your love story, watch your transformation of you losing weight and enjoying your workouts every day and getting buff and beating up fake opponents with your new workout. Right, Monica? Right? And dancing your life away like Esther's doing. Taking hilarious yoga poses like Tamil's now doing. They're going to notice something different about what you're doing on your social media. So, you know, like Tanya said, right? She just, a girl bought something from her because she's noticed her dedication to it. They're going to notice something different, but you have to expand your market. And if Facebook is ending for me, I've been talking about it with my coaches. I'm hitting that, my 1,600 people. I mean, I'm adding people daily and I'm still getting new people every month. I still am. I wouldn't have hit diamond last month if I didn't. But I'm going to expand. I'm going to go to another, I'm going to, like I said, 2017, I'm going to master another, I promised myself that over the holidays, I'm going to master another social media. Vince, totally, my husband, he's a coach now, and I'm told him he has to start getting into it too, because he's a fitness coach. You guys, he teaches body combat. I'm like, come on. He knows this whole market out there, but he's a really busy guy. But, He masters Snapchat. He's just a really techie guy, and he's really suave. Esther, Mr. Vince. He's just this really, Tamil, he's just this really he's been my boyfriend for 22 years. He's just this really suave, nice, genuine guy, right? That is just really, really fit and has had a transformation himself. He hasn't always been fit. He was the fat kid in school. And he has a story of his own that I said he has to start telling, but he's just not, he doesn't have a big ego. He's just a nice guy, right? And so I want to learn from him. I said he has to teach me Snapchat maybe or something, or my daughter has to teach me Snapchat over the break. But you have to expand your market. You have to make people see you and make a lot of people see you. If you have a blog, I know Tanya has a blog. If you have a blog, use that. Get into moms groups. Leverage your market. Leverage your position. Tell people your story. You have to, I know Alex talks about stepping out of your comfort zone a lot. Kelly, you talk about that a lot too. You have to step out of your comfort zone. All these great coaches, you have to. You just have to throw it out the window. If you're going to do this, do it. Jump in. You know what? I mean, don't worry about what people think of you, because it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, does it matter? Who do you go to bed with at night? Yourself. And your God and your partner and your family. And that's who you should care about, who thinks of you at the end of the night. You're the person who has to make the living for yourself. You're who has to sleep with yourself at night, and who has to, at the end of the day, make a living for yourself, and who has to live in here and live in here at the end of the day. And if you can do that and know that you've served everybody on your team and everybody on your social media authentically and with the true heart and without being fake and without doing gimmicks and without doing anything that you feel icky about, and if you know that you could still be friends with them at the end of the day, if they decided they didn't want to do this anymore, you're good. You're good. If someone wanted to walk away right now, I know if Esther just decided she wanted to up and leave this right now, I could still call her in a month and we could go out for coffee if I came back to Saskatoon. I know I could still be her friend at the end of the day with a good heart, knowing that I tried to help her. She lost some weight. She, had some fun dancing in her living room, and we're still friends. And that's how you have to treat everybody in your business, whether you're friends with them or not. If you know at the end of the day you did everything you could, and you don't know what's going on in their lives or not, right? And that's the other thing too, is that never forget it. That's my main messages to you, is that be yourself, be your authentic self, tell your story, step out of your comfort zone, expand your market. Don't forget about anybody, because you're never going to know when somebody's going to need you. Listen to people. Listen to them. Don't talk to them. Listen. Listen, 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 listen. Get people talking. Don't talk. When I go into messages or conversations with people, I open with questions, and then I sit back. And then I ask more questions, and then I sit back. Find people's pain points. I don't know if you get what I mean. People are coming to you because they have a problem and you need to solve it. When you joined this when you joined Beachbody, it was because you had something you needed solved. You had a pain point. You either needed something in your life to fill this. You needed to lose weight. You needed to get healthier. You needed a change in your life for the better. That was a pain point. I was looking for health. I was not overweight, but I wasn't healthy. And I wasn't at a health point, or I wasn't in a place in my life that I just felt good. I may have seemed that way, but I wasn't. And my mom had just died. I needed something that was positive and that I could share with people and that I could hang on to. And I poured my grief into this business, and it hung on with me. And it kept me grounded with other people. It kept me actually like with other people. And again, I was able to still be myself, still share with other people, still help other people, and be positive. And like I said, if you can help other people with their issues, help yourself with their issues, come on, that's a gift, guys. You're sitting on a gift, an absolute gift that you can give, like share with other people. And it's not even just about, I don't even say it's like, yeah, I want to help people. It's like going into a job interview and saying, why do you want this job? And you say, well, I'm a people person. Don't be that general. You want to help people with problems with their life. And I don't mean like problems in like a huge, but it could be a huge general way. It could be huge problems. It could be little problems. Someone could come to you, want to lose 5 pounds, or they could come to you because they're an addict. It could be that big. Find their problem, solve it. You will have customers, you will have friends, you will have coaches for life. You will take everybody along this ride for you, and this business will become big for you. It's blown up in 7 months for me because I've just listened. I've asked questions, sat back, asked questions, sat back. You other coaches who've done this, you've probably done the same things, and you've noticed that that's been your successes. Some of my biggest likes on Facebook have had nothing to do with Beachbody. Mm-hmm. Nothing to do with it. Or they've had everything to do with Beachbody, but no one has realized it. But to me, it has. Right? Monica's nodding her head. To me, it has. To me, it has, but nobody else has known that. But to me, it has. And maybe because it's been authentic to me and it's had everything to do with my story and how I've wanted to help people and how I've, changed my life for the better and how I wanted to change people's lives for the better. That's why they've liked it. But it's not, I've looked back because I analyze my business all the time. And I get desperate at the end of the month sometimes. And I'm like, oh, I got to get my Success Club points, or I've got to do this. And sometimes the posts where I'm like, come on, join my groups. And I'm like, I've only got 3 spots left. And then I'm like, who am I kidding? If 10 people came to me right now, I would find room for them because that's who I am. And I would take everybody and their dog in my group right now because that's me. I can't turn anybody away. Who am I kidding? I would stay up until 3 a.m. helping people and not get sleep because that's just me. So don't post stuff if I can't handle it, Tanya. I got to tell myself, right? Don't post only 2 more people because if I take 5 more, I know I will take 5 more. So I can't post stuff like that. I have to tell myself, right? Tamila, you go ahead. Just read it later or watch me later. You have to, have you ever been in Facebook jail? Yes. Hey, Allie, you know what though? I actually got someone put in Facebook jail the other day. You ever reported someone? This is just a total aside note. It was around the election and I was angry and I shouldn't have done it, but it was someone who posted something awful. And I didn't realize I'm so naive about this kind of stuff. And then like a month later, this guy comes on and it's the first time I ever reported a post, but it was awful, you guys. It was like on the verge of like porn, but like awful. And I didn't realize this guy was on my Facebook list because like I said, I got like 1,600 people on my Facebook. I didn't know, but this came up and I was like, yeah. And it takes a lot to shock me sometimes. And I just reported it because I was like, I don't want to see this, right? And then like a month and a half later, this guy comes on and is like, reported me to Facebook and I've been in Facebook jail for a month. And I was like, was me. Anyway, that's my side about Facebook jail. It's my funny Facebook jail story. But yeah, I actually got blocked off Facebook Messenger for like 10 minutes tonight because I was like messaging everybody the Zoom meeting because some people, my coaches aren't in some of my new customers and coaches aren't in the groups yet, and so I was like messaging them the link, and all of a sudden it goes, "You're blocked off Messenger," and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's never happened to me before." But I guess if you rapid fire people messages in Messenger, you get blocked. Just an FYI, people. I guess that happens. Never happened to me before. But if you rapid inbox people on Messenger, you get blocked for like 10 minutes. Happened to me tonight. Never happened to me before. But I encourage you to join business groups. You learn lots listening to other coaches. Like I said, tonight I learned a lot listening to other coaches kind of talk about their businesses. If you have time just to read stuff like that. Sometimes now, instead of just, binge watching kind of reality TV, I kind of now do stuff with my business. It's just my thing now. I don't know. Does anybody else have any questions for me? I'm trying to be open and everything here tonight. Thank you, Monica. I'm pretty open. The last call I did, I ended up on live Facebook with Tanya and Emily, actually 2 coaches, for an hour and a half coaching them one-on-one after the team call ended. I was like, "Do you have questions?" And they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, let's just move to Facebook forum." And I just opened a live chat, and we ended up talking for like an hour and a half. It was awesome. It was probably one of the best things I've ever done. And then Tiana went on fire for about a week and a half after that. If you noticed, her live videos after that were like mega awesome. She started posting herself, doing cooking and stuff, because I know, Tiana, I'm sorry to call you out, but you were having an issue with live video. And I said, well, then don't post your face. You cook awesome. You do awesome recipes with Shake-Yo. Do that. And don't post your face. Just do this and cook. And start with that if you're having trouble with live video. And she did. And then, thanks, Jen. So yeah, I like I said, live video is my jam. I think if you're not doing it in some form, you have to be. That's my other takeaway. That's how I've built my business. In some way, live video is kind of revolutionizing the business. You have to do it in some way, whether it's taped, whether it's pick, play, post. Carrie Casorso, one of the coaches on Monica's team, does awesome pick, play posts of herself doing little workouts. It's 10-second videos. She's a really busy mom. Kelly does that a lot too. They're awesome. Her workouts, and she does them really fast, Kelly's workouts, and makes her look like a superhero. Megan does them too. Her Viva video, I think she uses that app. Pick, play, post, Viva video. Kelly uses pick, play, post a lot. And yeah, Kelly, you look like a superhero doing it really, really fast. Then you post a picture on the other side, and it looks awesome. It's like stop motion.
How do you do that really fast like that, Cal?
There's a fast forward button, guys.
Yeah, in your iMovie, I upload it to iMovie, and then you can cut the clips, and then you can click the little speed button, and you can fast forward it. You can put it to like turtle speed or fast speed.
Yep.
Sometimes I'll do it really slow so my form is perfect, like a lime, just so I can speed it up.
Like,
I think I actually have the paid iMovie. I'm not sure, but like, I don't know if you guys can see. See that little timer right there?
that's awesome.
I don't have the paid one, and I have the timer too.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, and then it has like the turtle and then the rabbit.
And I have to say, like, I was talking about how at the end of the month, everybody feels that push, right, to get, like, Success Club. You don't need to post, like, icky stuff. You just need Alex's head in your voice. She did a video once, Alex, where you were yelling, push! And Alex, I have your head. I have that voice in my head at the end of every month. I was telling you, it's one of the most motivating videos you ever did, and you don't even realize that you motivated me at the end of every month. I have your voice in my head, and I hear Alex going, gosh, and it's like, not in a bad way. It's an awesome, like, Alex.
I think I was relating it to labor too.
It's like a caffeine. Alex's videos are like caffeine videos. Like, they're like, if you need pre-workout, but you want to watch a video, it's like Alex's videos are like pre-workout for your motivation, like personal development videos pre-workout.
Like Les Brown, she's hungry.
They're good, but am I not right? Like, it's like pre-workout videos. They're awesome. That's okay. That's my other tip. If you're not promoting the performance line, you're doing your customers a disservice. Monica's awesome at promoting Energize. Well, it's my best friend too. We go through pre and post workout like Shakio at our house. Vince and I consume it like, I mean, I know some people can't. I mean, I know I have a person that gives like, it's not, doesn't work with their system. And Vince can't take the pink one, Recover and what's the pink one? You guys, I'm totally having a blonde
There's also
moment.
Recovery or something, the orange
Recover and there's two. There's like pre-workout and then there's like the post-workout. And anyway, he's lactose intolerant. One of them contains lactose. He can't take that one. It's like muscle milk kind of thing. Anyway, but oh, Alex, you go have your bath. Anyway, I know it's really late for you guys on the East Coast, so I'm so happy you guys stayed up for this. Rolling video will work too. That's cool, Jen. But pick, play, post. Oh yeah, editing. I get my daughter to edit things for me because she's super really good at that kind of stuff. She's like almost 13 and she's like a ninja. That's the other thing. Like, converting sales. Does anybody else like have problems with like money talks? Is that like an issue for people? Like, do people have like, you know, problems with like money objections? And because that's a thing I had to overcome was like when people say I don't have the money, because I call people out on that all the time now. I'm really open with that. And people are like a little like, oh, when I do it, and I do it in a really nice, honest way. I'm like, if you dropped your phone right now and it died, would you find the money to go like, you know, replace that phone tomorrow? Or if like, I don't know, you found the perfect like purse. Some people are into purses. I'm not. My husband buys me purses. True story. He buys me shoes and purses. I'm not. I don't buy myself shoes and purses. People that find that really, really funny. But if my purse is like falling apart, my husband goes and buys me a new like designer purse. It's nice. But I'm like, if you really, really wanted something, would you go buy it tomorrow? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, then why aren't you doing this? Right? And like, I've sent people like selfies in like their messenger, like I send them like funny pictures. Like, I don't know, do something funny, guys. Like I'm in their face, like, you know, like be honest about it. Be funny. Like I call people out. I'm like, okay, but I saw you get a new haircut last week. So don't tell me you don't have the money. Like, I do it in a nice way. But I mean, it's all people's personal. I spend money on my hair too. It's not like I don't, but people will find the money. They will. Why? Because I've had people in the next week say, okay, well, yeah, I want to order that Shakeology. 2 weeks ago, you told me you didn't have $50. Well, you will. I found the money to do it. And you know what? When you have a better attitude about your money issues and when you feel better about money, your customers are going to sense that. And you have to feel okay with talking about money. I know that sounds really like some people are like, ugh, but you have to feel okay with it. You have to feel okay with sales and that you're in the sales business sometimes. You have to be okay with that. And if you're okay with that and you're confident with that, then you know what? It's not going to feel as like of an icky as an exchange. And your customers are going to sense that. And the people are going to sense that. And I'm telling you, I know this sounds like, oh, it's so easy. But it actually kind of, it becomes less of an issue when you're not as uncomfortable with the big money issue.
Yeah, and I think too, like you got to be able to call people out in like a loving way. Like I always tell people, look, I get it. When I started my journey, I was a massage therapist, and if I wasn't massaging people, I wasn't making money.
Yep.
So I didn't have a budget. I didn't know what I was making each week. I could guesstimate if I knew the week before what my schedule looked like, but everybody could cancel in a day, and you just didn't know. So I was like, I get it. And I tell them, like, look, I had to break it down. I looked at what I was spending my money on, and I spent a crap ton of money going out to eat because that was my social thing, and it wasn't helping my waistline. It wasn't helping my energy levels. And I had to make a decision. Like, if I cut that out, I can afford $5 a day And you have to be able to paint the value on everything that they're getting with that challenge pack. Because if you shoot out 140 and you don't tell them everything that they're getting and how you're going to work with them one-on-one and all the documents they're going to get to print and the grocery list and the inspiration every single day, you checking in with them as much as they need you to, like, you know, then that $4 a day is like, or $5 a day, it's like, what if you're not worth that, then you just have to really ask people, really look at where are you spending your money? Like, let's look at this.
Yep. Oh, I know. Absolutely. I know I had a guy I was just talking to, he's going to buy a challenge pack. He's hired personal trainers. When he was telling me the amount of money he was spending to get healthy, it was obscene. And he actually told me, and this is where I was like, he actually said to me, he's like, so you got the challenge pack and you can come into your groups and then I don't have to pay you anything like an hourly rate to like talk to you. And I was like, no. And he was like, wow. And I was like, oh, wow. Okay. Never looked at it that way before. Your time is valuable.
Guys, at the gym, if I take on people and personally train them, $50 an hour. I don't get 50. The Y gets $50 an hour, and people pay that for me to train them twice a week. So, and the Y is actually one of the cheapest places to pay for a personal trainer. Some charge like $60 unless you go to someone's house, and maybe they'll charge you like $40, or they'll have like little package deals where they'll train you for like 8 weeks for like $500.
Or like in a group of like 5, you can do like friends groups or something like that.
I did that too at the Y, where I would take on a group of 6 people. They had to pay $210 for 8 weeks with me twice a week, but it was 6 people in the group and only had an hour for all 6 people. But they pay it.
Yep.
So, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Treat this health bet as a New Year's resolution group, because if they're not paying $140 or $160 for a challenge pack, they're going to go spend it on a gym membership that they may spend. So Vince, my husband, he teaches at the gym. So he teaches twice a week, three times a week. He teaches body combat and he teaches Shabam, which is another Les Mills program. He also is trained in body jam. He's a dancer. He said, honestly, it's no joke, and he's not exaggerating, that 95% of people who buy gym memberships on January 1st or in the first week of January, and Monica, you could probably say this from the Y, stay for maybe the first month, if that.